Hey, I'm back again, trying to finish this up. I'm going to try to get through with Obama. Because really and truly, he ain't worthy of my time if you don't know the truth about it. But I did want to set the record straight to some folks and bring some enlightening news to those of you that are just waking up and don't know. So, having said that, another question. When you were in the state senate, you talked about licensing and registering gun owners. Would you do that as president? Okay, I don't think we can get all that done, but I do think we can provide some common sense enforcement. The enforcements by law enforcement to obtain the information required to trace background guns that have been issued in crimes to unscrupulous gun dealers. As president, I intend to make it happen, okay? And remember this. It doesn't matter what president says they intend to do what. They always lie to you. It don't matter if it's George Bush Sr. or the Clintons or Barack Obama, and the list goes on and on. Even back to Reagan. And I like Reagan. You know, I was younger back then, but I liked some of what he did, but he was a puppet too, okay? You got to understand something. Jimmy Carter, which is he was probably one of Barack Obama's mentors. I mean, he should have kept peanut farming, okay? He had no business being in Washington. He could not have won on his own. But the New World Order wanted him in because he knew, I mean, when I say he, I'm talking about Satan knew, because if you involved and if you belong and if you are for taking away the Constitution in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you do belong to Satan. You do not belong to a patriot movement, nor do you belong to a Christian movement. And I don't care if you're a preacher, and I don't care what you are, okay? You do not have to obey what contradicts the Bible nor the Constitution. You obey that which contradicts the Bible or the Constitution because that's what you want to do, because you think through tradition, I'm doing what's right. Maybe I can get me a favor. Maybe I can make a little more money. Or maybe I can do this. Or maybe I'll be took care of. They don't give a rat's behind about you no more than they care about me. And you had better wake up now before it's too late, because once they get through using you, they're going to throw you away just like they do a piece of garbage, okay? Now, back to the point. Obama sought modern gun controls, such as 2000 bill he co-sponsored with limited handgun purchases to 1 per month. Thank God in heaven it didn't pass back then in 2000. I'm just giving you what he believes about guns, what he said about guns, quotes he said, and when he gets into presidency, the inauguration, it takes 4 days. Who in the name of God ever heard of that? The country's broke, but they're spending 4 days on inauguration. Hey, I want to thank you, Obama. I want to thank you for helping the people in the Bronx. You know, instead of spending 4-day inauguration, you got to get rid of the campaign money that all them idiots that voted for you for. Why don't you go to the Bronx? Why don't you go to Ohio? Why don't you go to some other places? And why don't you support some friggin' food banks and do something that's by God, that means something, but you're not going to do it, okay? Just like Bush didn't do it when you had a G20 summit and they had $300 bottles of wine, organic lamb, and all of that. They're all the same. When you wake up, when is it enough? When's enough going to be enough? And the American people are going to wake up. Stop being Democrat. Stop being Republican. Okay? And wake up and see that neither one of them gives a rat's behind about none of us. I mean, what do we got to do? I mean, you know. Oh, Lord. Listen. The person here says when I... Stop, Festus. We're on live TV. Y'all... Excuse me. Come here, boy. Quit digging on that. Got my guard dog out here with me. Quit. Stop. Now, I mean it. Anyway, let me get back to where I was at. Okay. How would you address gun violence that continues to be no one cause of death among African American men? That's a lie. That is a bald-faced lie. It is not the number one death among African American men. Look it up and see what is the number one cause of death. I won't go no further with that. I don't have time. I got to move on with the gun control issue. That is not the number one thing that kills African American men. Okay? Look it up and see. I ought to do it, but I won't. No, I ain't going to do it. Listen, you know when the massacre happened at Virginia Tech, this is a quote now. I think all of us were grief-stricken and shocked by the carnage. But this year alone in Chicago, we've had 34 Chicago public school students gunned down and killed. And, for the most part, there's been silence. We know what to do. We've got to enforce the gun laws that are on the books. We've got to make sure that unscrupulous gun dealers aren't loading up vans, dumping guns. Unscrupulous gun dealers. Okay. Stop, Billy, stop. Billy, just get with it. Just throw the friggin' paper down and get her done. Okay. So he's not blaming it on a bunch of rap people that say, I got my 9 and I pull it out and I put it sideways to kill somebody on every friggin' video. There's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with a crooked politician just got arrested, that son of a gun governor in Chicago, and he wants to be a crook. You know, when you're supposed to be in a place, a position of high esteem, you're supposed to be the best you can be. You're not supposed to be the biggest crook you can be, okay? You know, the rappers make 50, 100, billions, and millions and billions of dollars, you know, and then somebody say, I grabbed my 9 all the hardware shelves, falling on the concrete so fast, you know? I mean, my God, I grabbed my gun and I slammed on the gas. And I used to listen to that bull crap years ago too. But I'm telling you, that ain't got nothing to do with it, does it, Brock? That ain't got a thing in the world to do with it. Or every video game that they got out now is about killing whoever you can kill. That ain't got nothing to do with it, does it, Brock? But it's all the gun show dealers and all those people, unscrupulous. Man, you so full of you full of crap more than a Christmas turkey, dude. I see through your bull crap. You understand me? I don't get it, American people. Patriots, I don't get it how anybody can be so stupid to believe Bush, Clinton, Obama, or none of the rest of them. To believe a stinking banker on Wall Street, or none of them. To believe those folks on Fox News, Eric Bolling, you're one of them. You're a liar is what you are. CNBC, you're lying too. Peter Schiff, Cody Willard is about all I got respect for. They're not worried about losing their jobs. I'm telling you, you say, well, the market's up in spite of what happened. We're 64 points up. We're at 82.25, but we were at 14,000 3 months ago, you stupid idiot. Why don't you come out and tell them the truth? American people, I tell you, all you got to do is quit subscribing to me. And just unsubscribe. And that'll put an end to this old redneck. Not! Fooled you, didn't I? I'm going to keep on going if there ain't but one of you left. If I don't talk to nobody but this screen, I'll keep going till the day I die. Do you understand me? See, boy, I made some of y'all just get a tangle up your leg, just like Chris Matthews did with Obama. It ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. I'm not quitting. I'm not stopping. I'm here to stay until the last word spoke, until the last breath I breathe, until the last bullet's fired to take this country back. I'm here for the duration, baby. That's just the way I am. Okay? If you don't like cream in your coffee, you'll love me. But if you like sugar in it, you ain't going to like me. So, therefore, let's move on. I'm going to try to end this thing with Obama because he turns my stomach. I don't like talking about him to start with. He makes me sick, so does Bush. But I wanted to get this out for the record. Now listen. He wants to keep guns out of inner cities. And like I said, I showed you the link earlier. I don't post it on the side, but listen to this. Obama. I'm a strong believer in the Second Amendment. This is what Alan Keyes told Obama. The gun control mentality is ruthlessly absurd. It suggests we should pass a law to prevent law-abiding citizens from carrying guns. You end up with a situation where the crook wins and the law-abiding citizens cannot defend themselves. I guess that's good enough for Senator Obama, who voted against the bill that would allow homeowners to defend themselves in the state of Illinois. And like I said, game over, Obama supporter. We're not giving them up. It just ain't going to happen. Save your breath, save your friggin' fingertips, and don't send me no more emails. because I ain't listening to you. I will be back. God bless you.